Alright, I think we've all had enough fun dunking on Xbox in the past couple months, and trust me, there will be lots more time for that. But today I wanted to, talk about something positive. Something that, Xbox might actually be doing right for once. So recently they did a showcase with IGN kind of talking about all the newest indie games that are going to be coming to Xbox in the next year or so. So I just kind of wanted to look at which ones caught my eye. So yeah, I love indie games, a breath of fresh air, something different, risky, creative from the usual AAA remake or live service nonsense that we usually get. So I just kind of wanted to look at a few of these indie games, talk about what caught my eye. And yeah, so without any more yapping, let's get right into it. All right, this is one that I've been excited about for a long, long time. We first saw it a few years back. It's a fully hand-drawn stop-motion FPS. You play as a 1930s style cartoon mouse, like Mickey Mouse, but with a gun. Yeah, it's like if Cuphead had a baby with Doom and they sent it to detective school. The art direction is insanely cool. Black and white, 1930s style cartoon, something that I didn't really know I needed until I saw it. But this isn't just come play our game because it's hand-drawn and artsy. The devs talked about in this showcase about the world that they're building. It looks like it's going to be filled with lore and mysteries, and being a private investigator, you'll even have your own bulletin board. You can string together the clues with red wire, like some sort of noir conspiracy theorist. And if you happen to link the right clues together, then you'll unlock, missions and dialogue options all within the main hub of the game. What started out as kind of just a boomer shooter with a cool art style now suddenly appears to have a lot more story, world building, and that's definitely got me even more invested than I was before. So yeah, this one comes out March 2026, and it is definitely at the top of my list. All right, next up, we got extended gameplay trailer from Planet of Lana 2. And if you're like me and you missed the first one, I'll just quickly recap here. You play as Lana, a young girl trying to rescue her sister in a world riddled with alien machines. It's a stealthy, puzzle-driven platformer with a gorgeous art direction and a surprisingly emotional story. But the sequel is going to be twice the size, a lot more mechanics, and just a more in-depth gameplay loop. The devs were super excited to show off a section of the game that you go underwater. And if you guys played the first game, you'll know that your cat companion, Mui, doesn't like the water. So what they did in this game was give her a little lily pad bubble thing so she can go in the water with you. They also added a mechanic where your cat companion can possess other creatures in the world and use their abilities to unlock new traversal mechanics, stealth options, that kind of thing. Now, it's not totally my thing, but I gotta admit, it does look beautiful. And if the story hits the same emotional beats as the first one, and the art keeps that kind of haunted charm going, this could be one of those, calm, cozy, but still deep experiences. And this one is coming in 2026. We still don't have a specific date. All right, this is kind of a weird one. We got TCG Card Shop Simulator. Yeah, that's the name. It lets you run your own trading card store. You'll, do the normal things, design your shop, manage your stock, and deodorize your customers, apparently. Yeah, as someone who collects trading cards, I do. This one still definitely looks goofy. I'm not sure if it's for me, but I thought it looked kind of funny and a bit unique. So if niche simulators are your jam, this one will be dropping Q1 2026. Have you ever dreamt about being a rebellious little egg, desperately trying to escape the confines of a chicken coop that society bounds you to? Well then, your strange little dreams are about to come true, because we have a gameplay trailer for Egging On. It's a game where you play as an egg trying to escape a chicken coop without breaking. That's the game. It's a 3D platformer with surprisingly great music at least in the trailer. You know, it has a ton of personality. It looks funny. You can dress your egg up in little costumes. And this is kind of just exactly what I like about indie games. You know, they're not taking themselves too seriously. No battle pass, you know, no microtransactions, just pure weird fun. So if you're into charming, short experiences that make you laugh a little, this one's going to be releasing November 6th. All right, last up and definitely not least, we have Don't Fret. That's the name. Don't, exclamation mark, fret. Now, all right, stick with me while I explain it. You play as a cartoon guitar solving music-themed puzzles, and the main antagonist is a sentient cassette tape. And it's a horror game. All right, I know that sounds like the developers might have lost a bet, but this one actually looks awesome, okay? The art style looks weird and cool, and like I said, there's music-themed puzzles, and somehow, some way, it still manages to look creepy. And I'll be honest, I am a total coward when it comes to horror games or horror movies. So this might be why this one's appealing to me, because it doesn't look super scary, but it still looks scary enough to be considered a horror game. And I don't know, for me, I'm really excited about this one. So yeah, if you're looking for a bit of a lighter horror experience, something with a cool art direction, something that won't keep you up at night if you're any stronger than me, check this one out. It does not have a release date yet, but it is definitely on my radar. So yeah, the Xbox indie scene definitely has a lot more going for it than people give it credit for. You know, from gunslinging mice to haunted audio storage devices to even sentient eggs. It's safe to say that Xbox might currently be down, but their indie titles certainly look up. Anyways, that's all for this one. Let me know what you guys are excited for on this list. I will link the article from IGN below if you want to check out the full showcase. And as always, stay tuned for the latest gaming news, controversies, and discussions, and I will catch you in the next one.